López Obrador's closest circle may be breaking apart, as a new column claims that Adán Augusto López, considered a brother to the former president, is providing information to U.S. authorities. In this video, I'll tell you what this claim is based on and what its implications would be. Journalist Raimundo Riva Palacio, in his column The Informants of the Fourth Transformation, claimed that Senator Adán Augusto López and the former governor of Chiapas, Rutilio Escandón, are confidentially collaborating with U.S. authorities by providing them with information. This allegation comes just a few days after the New York Times published a report about the alleged existence of informants within Morena. After that publication, both Claudia Sheinbaum and Ariadna Montiel rejected its content, considering it an attempt at political interference promoted by sectors of the American far right. However, Riva Palacio maintains that there are indeed governors and Morena leaders who are collaborating with Donald Trump's government. According to that version, several politicians chose to hand over strategic information when they learned that there were open investigations against them, or when faced with the risk of becoming targets of future inquiries. Among them, the journalist claims, would be Adán Augusto López, who is considered a brother to López Obrador. The column points out that the U.S. authorities consider Adán Augusto a key figure, since the investigations against him go back to his time as governor of Tabasco, a period during which the criminal group known as La Barredora was strengthened. In addition, during his administration, he appointed Hernan Bermudez Requena as Secretary of Security, who was arrested in 2025 for organized crime offenses. Thus, based on his background, Riva Palacio states that various U.S. agencies are investigating the senator for alleged connections with organized crime, fuel tax evasion networks, the illegal importation of cattle from Venezuela, and international financial operations. The column also draws attention to Rutilio Escandón, former governor of Chiapas and current Mexican consul in Miami. According to Riva Palacio, during his administration, Chiapas became a strategic corridor for drug trafficking, which intensified the territorial dispute between the criminal groups from Jalisco and Sinaloa. Similarly, the journalist says prosecutors from the United States Department of Justice summoned him to testify because he now lives in Florida. According to his account, the main interest of the authorities was to obtain information related to Adán Augusto. The reason, he explains, is the closeness that existed between the two. Rosalinda López Hernández, Adán Augusto's sister, was married to Escandón until her death in 2024. Meanwhile, one of the aspects that Riva Palacio considers most relevant is the historical relationship that Adán Augusto López and Rutilio Escandón had for decades with former President López Obrador. In fact, the journalist recalls that when López Obrador returned to Villahermosa, after spending some time at a ranch in Veracruz following the death of his older brother, he lived in the López Hernández family's house. Living together is said to have strengthened their bond so much that they came to see each other as brothers. In that context, the column suggests that if Adán Augusto is really cooperating with the U.S. authorities, he could become a key source of information about López Obrador's closest circle and his children. Finally, Riva Palacio states that in recent weeks, Adán Augusto went from being one of the most protected politicians due to his closeness to the former president to showing signs of concern. According to the journalist, the senator has tried to meet with President Claudia Sheinbaum, however. So far, he has not been granted a meeting. What do you think? Do you think there are betrayals within Morena? Share your opinion in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. See you next time.